What is going on, guys? This is the Poke Technician representing the Seattle Mareanies in the Squirrel Squad Battle Group Draft League Challenge Season 2 Week 1. Today I am playing against Reagan, the coach of the Utah Mews, who has an absolutely terrifying team. I would say she has probably the second or third best team in the draft, to be quite frank. Her team consists of mons like Clefable, Zeraora, Caesar, Roserade, Arcanine, Milotic, Galvantula, Gastrodon, Gallade, 3 Gs in a row, Hitmontop, Weezing, and Frostlass. Whereas I'm bringing, not bringing, but my team overall consists of Mew, Excadrill, Hydreigon, Heliolisk, Kofagrigus, Rapidash. Those are the 6 that I am bringing. And the other 6 I have are Braviary, Rhydon, Mimikyu, Terrakion, Cloyster, and Tangela. That being said, let's hop into team preview here so we can see which 6 of those that Reagan is going to be bringing. I've never played Reagan before, so I think the priority in this game is going to be to scout out her playstyle a little bit, see if she decides to attack things that are in front of her, or if she's more predict, double switch type player, heavy predictions. Let's see. Ooh, she's bringing a lot of stuff I didn't expect. Alright, that's actually a problem. I kind of forgot about the Roserade a little bit, but I think here what we can do, I'm so glad not to see the Zeraora. She brought some really interesting Pokemon here, wow. Alright, I think the role of Hydreigon is probably diminished a bit in this. I think what I'm going to bring as my lead is... oh man. I think she'll lead Roserade, to be quite honest. Or Clefable. And either way, I think I'm going to want to lead Rapidash. But then again, Mew can do some work here. You know what? I'm just going to go in with Mew. This Mew is a Cosmic Power, Rock Polish to boost my speed, and then Roost with stored power, so I'm going to try and boost up basically. I should be able to outpace most everything here, but it might be nice for any Scarfers he has, so. Alright, let's hop in and see how it goes. I'm super nervous, guys. Alright, so she's bringing Clef, Roserade, Milotic. God, I love Milotic. She is bringing the Gastrodon. That's something I really need to be wary of. I might have to use up my Rapidash's Solar Blade on that. But if I do, it'll absolutely bop that thing. What else? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She didn't bring the Scizor, which is like huge for me. Oh, Gallade. That's what the other one is. Okay. So she leads with the Weezing. I'm assuming she wants to do some Toxic Spikes type shenanigans. Here, what I think I want to do... hopefully she just doesn't go straight for the Toxic. I'm going to go for the Cosmic Power here. She withdraws, okay. Interesting. Alright, so she does withdraw turn 1. So I'm worried that this might be some sort of... you know what, I bet you this is Haze. I faced Haze Milotic a lot in the prep matches I did. Okay. She does have the Flame Orb on that, alright. So right here, I think what I'm going to do is click the Cosmic Power again. Because if she doesn't have the Haze, she's in big trouble here. I want to see her whip out the Haze. So I'll Cosmic Power up. I should be eating any hits pretty easily here. She might go for the Toxic, which would suck. She goes Haze, okay. So that's fine. We just need to position ourselves here in the right way. What I'm going to do here is, she has no ground type. Oh, she does have a ground type. Okay. She's bringing the Gastro, that's right. So I think here, we can probably go, what do we want to do here? I think Heliolisk is the play either way. And then I can U-turn out if they want to try and switch into Gastrodon predicting the electric move. Alright, gonna go for the Ice Beam. That's a good move. Hopefully it doesn't freeze. That would really suck. No freeze. Okay, that's good. And like I said here, I'm pretty sure they're going to predict me to go for the electric move and go into their Gastrodon. And really the best thing I have for Gastro is actually Rapidash, packing the Solar Blade. That's pretty much the main reason I brought this, but it is also effective at finishing off a whittled Milotic. That's kind of my heat set for the week, guys, is the Power Herb Solar Blade on Rapidash. Hope you guys enjoy that if it does fire off. So anyhow, here, like I said, I am Specs, and I'm just going to go for the U-turn to gain switch momentum as he likely goes into the Gastrodon. And that is what we're going to see here, Nathan the Gastrodon. We'll switch on out of here. A lot of people forget that. I know I probably mention this all the time, but that Heliolisk has the U-turn. Super duper nifty. Alright, so now here the question is, I could try and get my Toxic Spikes off, but he does have the Wheezing, which is likely packing the Levitate, but also he does have the Roserade to clear my Toxic Spikes. Here I feel like I might have to go into Rapidash. I don't know if they'll expect me to go for the Solar Blade or what. This Gastrodon's going to be a real issue for me. And the problem for me is that my grass type is Tangela, so it doesn't really do a ton of work to something like Gastrodon necessarily. I mean, it can definitely hit Gastro hard. I'm assuming Gastro might also be packing the, well, I definitely think Toxic. I forget what I was going to say. Alright, let's see. I guess here the move is... Let's see. I gotta scout out what this Gastro's gonna do. I mean, it could go EQ, it could go Scald, so... I think I'll probably switch out into Mew to try and absorb whatever it does. If he wants to Toxic me, I can synchronize it at least. Let's see what he goes for, or she, sorry, what she goes for. Oh, I just read a post and she said her Pokemon are named after members of her family. Ooh, that does quite a bit of damage, actually. I'm surprised to see that amount of damage. Alright. So he did go for the Earth Power. I do have the Levitate to try and prevent that. I wonder if he's packing the Ice Beam. That I don't know. I think here I will just go for a Cosmic Power again. See what he wants to do. Might go for the Scald for burns, might be packing the Toxic. Earth Power again? Okay. See, the thing about Earth Power is it can drop my special defense, so that is kind of an issue. Okay. Not a problem. I think here we just play it safe, roost up. I think if he had the Toxic, he probably would have gone for it by now, and if he still does decide to go for it at some point, out comes Jessica, that is the Milotic. Okay. So here's the thing here, we're in a decent position, especially if we can predict him going for, her going for Scald at some point, and bring in the Heliolisk to get a little bit of recovery, but even without that, I'm hoping they're invested a little bit in defense so I can get a good stored power dot off here. I'm worried about the Toxic, I am. I'm sure someone on this team is, okay, that looks like a fairly specially defensive build. Maybe even max Spadef, max HP for in defense with the Marvel scale. So what we do here is definitely into Heliolisk. I think there's no other option but that. I'm gonna make sure to send him the good luck, have fun here too. Gotta make sure to give him the good luck, have fun. Alright. So here, I'm thinking about just going for the Hyper Voice. I'm Specs, it should hit really hard. And he can go for the Skull, or sorry, he can go for the Ice Beam and chip me a bit. Or just try and recover Stall, but I don't think that'll put them in a favorable position. And if they do decide to switch out, I'm gonna hit something pretty hard most likely. So here, I think my decision is cemented. I'm gonna go Hyper Voice. They withdraw. I wonder who they're going into there. Back out into the Gastro, is that? Yep. Okay, let's see how this Specs Hyper Voice hits. It should be like a brick house. Yep, that's a 2-co. Perfect. And they have no option to switch out at this point. I'm just going to write down Lisk, KOs, Gastro. I'm going to just write a 1 next to Lisk because I want to keep score of my Pokemon's kills and their deaths. I'm going to try and be bringing the league a game, or sorry, the league some statistics like kill leaders, maybe something like a defensive MVP if I can try and figure out how many Mons were brought versus how many times they were KO'd and other factors, but you might just take a vote on something like that. Anyhow, here I am going again for the Hyper Voice to snag the KO, and he's going to let me take out, she's going to let me take out the Gastrodon. Alright, that is good stuff. So at this point, we're about halfway through this battle, and I've got a very narrow 1-0 lead. With Chip on a couple of my Pokemon. I do have Cofagrigus in the back as a nice tanky. It does have Pain Split on it. And I'm really glad that I did bring that, despite the fact that Scizor didn't come. You guys, Scizor is like the biggest threat to my team. I cannot believe that she didn't bring Scizor. That thing was a nightmare to prep for, and Zeraora. In fact, no electric type, either one. She has Galvantula too, so anyhow, here we do have good old Clefable in. Clefable's going to be able to hit something pretty decently. I'm probably going to bring in the Excadrill in case she wants to pull any Moonblast. I do have the Occaberry in case she happens to go for Flamethrower, trying to proc some extra damage due to my dry skin. I can spin the Stealth Rocks away. Like I said, I absorb anything like Thunder Wave. So let's just go out into the drill here. I think this drill is 252 attack, Adamant Nature, 200 speed, and the rest in bulk. Goes for the Moonblast, that's a 3-co. No drops, that's good. So here, the move is definitely to go Iron Head, I think. I could Swords Dance, but I don't want to risk them being Life Orb, Magic Guard, and maybe being able to knock me out through Akka. I don't think that's possible because it's not stab either, but I think the safest move here is just to go for the Iron Head. Weezing could come in and soak that up pretty easy. Everything else is going to have a fairly difficult time. I go for the Iron Head, and that just straight OHKOs. And we like that, so we get a KO for Drill over Clefable. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, I was super nervous about this game, but as soon as I saw that Zeraora and Scizor weren't coming, I actually calmed down quite a bit. The Milotic is a big issue. The Milotic was one of the big things in my prep that caused me a lot of issues. I lost the first game in like an 82 turn match against the Milotic, and then the second game I won, but it was mostly because of misplay by my sparring partner Matt Chaw. Huge shout out to Matt Chaw, aka Goose. He has been so helpful letting me get prepped up and basically just being able to make sure I have all the tools I need to bring you guys some good content here. So out I'm going to go into Hydreigon, I think, is the move. I can take any of its attacks easily, and it is weaker on the special side by far, so also if it wants to go for something like a Will-O-Wisp, I can shrug that off as I am a special attacker. No U-turn on this set either. 4 special attacks, Assault Vest, perfect. Alright. I had a feeling. So Flash Cannon is an unclickable move now on Hydreigon. That was only to predict the switch into Clefable. I believe this Hydreigon is Timid Assault Vest with mostly special attack, but a little bit of HP as well, if I remember correctly. And here I think I don't have the Dark Pulse, unfortunately, and I do think he is Levitate. So Draco might just be the move actually here. I'm just going to drop a very powerful Draco Meteor on them. Alright, we do connect with our Draco. That shouldn't KO maybe, but it should do the vast majority. Okay, about half. This thing might be... It's just very specially bulky, I'm sure. Okay, so Sludge Wave, that shouldn't do much of anything. I'm burned, so I can't get poisoned. He's getting the Black Sludge recovery. Or she. Again, I'm so sorry. I always say he, and it's not purposeful. I even asked Reagan before the match their gender, and I still can't get it right, so I'm so sorry. Let's see. Here, I think what we want to do is going for the Sludge Waves. It would take a pretty good predict for him, or for her, again, sorry. For her to go for something like a Flamethrower Fire Blast on Excadrill. So I think what I'll do is just swap into Excadrill to absorb the likely Sludge Wave. If they do go for a Will-O-Wisp, that's a really good move on her part. But at the same time, I don't think it's going to be... Oh, I'm breaking the mold. Okay. Sludge Wave. Perfect. Guys, I totally forgot I'm bringing Mold Breaker Excadrill. It's obvious because I'm not bringing any Sand Support, but anyhow. So I can just go for a free Earthquake here. I don't know if they'll remember that Mold Breaker has that effect on Levitate Pokemon, that they are no longer levitating. I don't know if Earthquake will KO. It does, okay. I'm thinking she pumped a lot of her... Oh, it's a crit. I don't know if that crit mattered, but it potentially may have. Stab Earthquake from Excadrill is nothing to scoff at. I think it's got base 130 attack, if I'm correct. Maybe 135. So Drill KO's Wheezing. Awesome, guys. Well, this is going pretty favorably so far. I think that they are going to go for something like a close combat here, as it does hit my team really, really hard. What I do have is the Rocky Helmet Cophagrigus left. If they do go for a knockoff, that's a great play, but that would be a pretty big prediction, I think, when you're down. Well, when you're down, you usually have to make those kinds of predictions, though, so good on her if she does. Drain Punch, okay. I'm thinking this might be Scarf, but even if it's not, I can cripple it with a Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, I don't really want to knock it off in case it is choiced. So what I'm going to do here is just go for the Will-O-Wisp. Knockoff, okay. It can switch its moves. That's fine, though. It does get a crit on that one. Okay, I was going to say, that seemed like a lot of damage. This thing is very, very defensive. Hurt by the Rocky Helmet, knocks off my Rocky Helmet, and it does avoid the Willow. That is a problem for me. Okay. That is a big problem here. Here, I know I can outspeed it with a couple things on my team and revenge it. Actually, most of my team, except for maybe Mew, because I think it has low speed investment since it's packing the Rock Polish. But I do think he's going to go for the knockoff again, or she is going to go for the knockoff again. So I'm going to switch out into Hydreigon to try and absorb that. I will outspeed with Hydreigon since it isn't packing the Scarf. If they go Drain Punch, that's a really good move on their part. Nope, they go knockoff. Okay. Perfect. It's going to do a little damage. Burn damage is going to come off too here. Alright, alright. And then here, I think is another good time to drop the Draco. Or, I feel bad, but I almost want to just switch bait back out into Kofag. Let's see. Or I could go out into Mew. Or I could go into Rapidash fishing for the Flame Body. But I think here I will just drop the Draco because I can still outspeed and revenge like I said. So I'm really hoping that this Draco hits as well. Alright, the Draco does land. That's cool. Again, shouldn't KO. This mon is very specially defensive in terms of its base stat distribution. I'm going to lose some... He takes me out the Drain Punch. Okay. So here we go. That's That's another crit. Denny. Okay. He does regain some HP back. That's quite a bit of HP, but I think that my Rapidash should be able to just Flare Blitz to KO here. And if he does, or if she does decide to switch into the Milotic, I already have the game clinched in my opinion, so I think what I can do is just pull out the Spicy Solar Blade for you guys. Here we go for the Flare Blitz, like I said. You could have Sucker Punch or Shadow Sneak. Nope. Alright, so we Flare Blitz it. That should take that out. So Dash, KOs Gallade, Gallade, KO'd Hydra. Okay. So now out comes the Jessica. And the move every time is out into Heliolisk to absorb any Scald that would be coming my way. With my trusty Water Absorb. And now I think it's just time to unleash some more Hyper Voices. Yep. Get a little bit of that dry skin healing here, and then we just click the Specs Hyper Voice. Get some crazy damage off. If he wants to switch, he can. She has to go for Recover here, otherwise that gets KO'd. Alright, as long as there's no freeze. Okay. So here I'm just going to write list KOs, because it's going to KO something. I think she just has this in the Gastro left. No, the Roserade. Okay. So let's click the Hyper Voice, because I do want to get that KO. And good game to you, Reagan and the Utah Mews. That was super fun. I was really hoping to get the Mews sweep on the Utah Mews. But instead, I will take 3 kills for Heliolisk, which is definitely one of my signature Pokemons, in case you guys didn't know. Milotic. Lisk KOs Milotic. And here, don't really have much left for this. I guess I could go Rapidash and try and get one more KO. Rapidash does outspeed this unless it's Scarf. And I don't really want to timer stall out since I'm definitely going to claim the victory anyways. I mean, I do get differential that way, but okay. Energy Ball comes off. Hopefully I can click a button quick enough here. Not very effective. Okay, I get to choose, and I'm going to go for the Flare Blitz, and hopefully Rapidash can KO and take it home. I think so. And goodbye, Roserade. That is a 5-0 victory for the Seattle Mareanies, guys. Okay, what a good way to start off the DLC. Man, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Reagan was really awesome with scheduling, so I really appreciate her working around my schedule. And she's been a great opponent, so thank you for battling me, Reagan. Thank you guys for watching, and go Seattle Mareanies 1-0. Peace.